whatever. So I talked to them and I said, I want to be a part of like helping my friends get their music out there. So they gave me a spot at the club to help promote them and bring in other people that we knew. So I did that for a while. And it helped me out because it got me out of my shell to get comfortable being around a whole bunch of group of people and spending time with them, stuff like that. Lexi, thank you. And I also met like other like promoters that like promoted people. I met people from that writers for Double XL magazine and their websites. I met ones for like I did radio shows before. Like I was on I went on 99 Jams before. I went on Hot 105 before. I went on 103.5 The Beat before. So it made me talk to like upcoming artists and stuff like that in my area. So I did that for a while. But then awesome. When I went on to a streaming app, I tried to go look for artists and stuff like that because I heard about Live Me a while back. And they said they had like a lot of people that did like music and stuff like that. So I went on there. Got caught up on the app and I just became a streamer and I found out I could make money and do all that. So I just switched after I switched over.
That's funny how that works though. Like I know what you mean. Yeah. Being in the club scene it forces you to be social with so many different people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to deal with different personalities and how people act in person more so they do away from you. So it's like
yeah. Well, not only that, but like when you're in the club scene, everyone's drinking, and I don't know if as a promoter you were, but like as a DJ, you know, I'll have a drink or two if I DJ, but I'm not getting drunk at the club when
I did drink a lot. But I've been sober for 7 years, so. But
even still, it's like people in your face screaming it. Like,
it tempts you a lot to do it.
Like, you like learn so much. I feel like you learn how to deal with people and how to navigate.
Yeah, you learn over time. Yeah, learn to deal with their wild side at least. Yeah,
I love that. And maybe you find a wild side of your own within it. You know.
Yeah, you do. those times is fun though, but I feel like I didn't want to do that forever. So
yeah, was it a natural progression out, or how did you get out of it?
Well, once I got into streaming or whatever, I didn't really find anybody on there. So somebody on the other app I came from told me like you could potentially like make money. They told me like the numbers and stuff like that, cash out rates and all that. So I tried it for like a month. I started really liking it because I already was comfortable with opening up to people and stuff because I started opening up more and I felt like I got more accepted on this app more so like in person because I was just around a whole bunch of hyper people, so I couldn't really be myself. So yeah, I felt like it just became like a natural. It just became like I was able to be more comfortable with myself and with other people that actually cared to get to know me more so than for what I did. They wanted to know who I was instead. So that's what made me make the switch. So it became easy after a while. And it also helped me to stop drinking, so that was also a good thing.
Oh yeah, that's huge, and yeah, that's a really cool thing about the app too. For me, like you said, there is just the fact that like no one wants anything from you here. You know what I mean? Except and to maybe learn something. It's like, especially when you're in the nightlife scene. You know, I know how that goes. Like people are always trying to get something from you, whether it's ticket sales or you know,
or they want to get in, or they say, "Can you give me into the club for free?" Or
hey, bro, you got VIP like.
Or can you hook me up with this person or anything like that? So
it's always something. And you that's the thing though, being in the nightlife, you know, you want to do those things. You want to pay it forward.
Yeah.
You want to get them in the club for free. You want to get them in VIP. Like it just becomes so much. So I know what you mean there. So I want to talk a little bit today about paying it forward because I did this little thing earlier this week, which I'll talk about later. But before we talk about situations where we're paying it forward, I got this idea for a game. Are you down to play a game really quick?
Yeah, we can do it.
All right, so it's World Compliment Day. Ready? And I'm gonna set a timer for 30 seconds, and we're gonna go back and forth complimenting each other. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'll start. Dope necklace, man. I love it.
I love the sweater.
Dude, Flex, you grind so hard, bro. It's seriously the best.
Well, I heard your music and you're a great DJ.
Dude, that hoodie, is that exclusive? That looks so fresh.
I like the mic. Where did you get it from? Because my brother is into DJing too.
Yeah, you know, got it all online. Dude, that smile, bro, did that happen naturally or did someone make that come
Oh Well, your hair looks nice. Did you get a haircut today?
Oh, you know what? I did actually. I got a haircut yesterday. You like that?
Yeah, it's nice.
I think that's 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's 30 seconds. You got me on that. That made me laugh when you said that.
Playing along. I didn't know how that was going to go. I think it went great.
Nah, that's actually a good thing. It makes you think on your feet too, also.
Yeah, totally. That's what it's all about.
And you have to instantly have something to say right back when somebody says something.
I do this in public too. When I'm about to have an awkward moment with a stranger, you know what I mean? Or like say I'm like outside in my yard and someone's walking by with a dog or something. I just, rather than just be like, hi, I always am like, love the shirt. Like it changes people's days straight up.
Yeah, when you compliment them, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to like pay it forward, right? You know, toss that good energy out there. And I think right in line with World Compliment Day, we talk a little bit today about paying it forward because like this is something that's so easy to get away from in our world, which is like more divided than ever. People are in their bubbles more than ever, and trying to keep to themselves more than ever. So I don't know if you've had any situations, whether it be on stream, whether it be in your real life, whether it be with family or friends, where you paid it forward. But I'd love to dive into that a little bit.
All right, so I mentioned my nephew, right?
Yeah.
I babysit kids, and I've been in worked at daycares and all that when I was a teenager.
Oh wow.
So what I did one summer, they canceled the summer program in my neighborhood. So what I would do is when there was all the parents out there with their kids at the park, I'll go up to them and ask them every weekend, what kind of food do your children's like or anything like that, and I'll take my own money and I'll go out and I'll buy it and I'll bring it back to the park and I'll set up a picnic thing for them. Every weekend I'll see a different group of kids. So I did that for probably 2 to 3 summers straight. I did that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then one day a couple of parents came to my house and brought me welcome, thank you baskets and stuff like that to my house. I was getting cards in the mail and everything. So yeah, because I love kids. I don't have any, but I love kids. I like to watch kids, take care of kids, teach them things and all that. So, a lot of kids don't have that big brother or dad that's there that likes to do things for them. So I did that a lot. So my neighborhood basically loved me for that.
You're like the neighborhood savior. That's the coolest thing I've ever a show. Oh my God.
Sometimes I used to take some of the kids who was go running. I'd be like, hey, do y'all want to go to this place? They'll be like, yeah, let's run to this place. We'll run to a McDonald's up the road or something like that. So they get a little exercise and they'll make them more hungry to get whatever they want. So you get whatever you want. We sit down at the table and eat. Or I'll just do it in my neighborhood and I'll bring back the food there to them. So
that's the coolest thing too.
Thank you.
Wait, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I'll just tell them. Thank you.
Yeah. I was gonna say kids and the elderly.
Yeah.
Are, the most selfless acts to service those people. You know what I mean? Because it's adults. It's you always have the excuse of well, fend for yourself. If you know what I mean. That's that can be the throwaway excuse. Oh, that guy's upset today. Oh well, fend for himself or whatever. But it's kids don't always they don't have the meat or the wherewithal to navigate through situations like that.
Yeah, exactly. So if they're being taught seeing a person doing good things for somebody or for a group of people, it gets put into their head. But kids' heads are like a sponge, so they absorb anything that you do, and they basically follow that. So they see good deeds, they usually want to do good deeds for people too as they get older.
For real, and it's funny. Looking back now, I remember all the people in my childhood, or for the most part, most of the people that did something out of their way that was nice for me. It doesn't even have to be big, you know what I mean? But I always remember so I'm a lifelong skateboarder. I've been skateboarding since I was this big, and I always remember the kids at the older kids at the skate park who would be super nice and we're open to having a conversation. We're open to taking time to chat. Those people stick out.
Good. And those people do stand out. They have those are people with really great personalities too.
I love that. How do we turn this on? Lonnie, thank you. How do I do it? I should have done this a while ago. I'll just leave it on for now. Thank you, Lonnie. But
thank you, John.
That's seriously the coolest, man. I love to hear that.
Yeah. I always was told by my dad as a younger person to always give without any expectations. So that I always do. I've been doing that for years. I'm like more of a giving person, more of a like receiving from people. What I like to receive from people is like a thank you, or like their happiness is a return gift for me. So I never want them to physically give me material things back or anything like that. I mean, I appreciate when I get it, but that's not what I look for when I help people.
Well, and if you do receive it back, you want it to be with the same intention that you proceeded with.
Yeah, the same intention. Not them giving it as if they want more back from you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you don't want it as like an obligation thing. That's like, that almost like takes the magic out of it, right?
Yeah, it does. It takes a special moment out of it, too. Yeah.
So are you babysitting your nephew these days, or are you still doing this stuff for the people around you?
No, my nephew, he actually lives here, so he's 3 years old. And, bought him a lot of stuff for Christmas, so he's like occupied by that. So I don't have to do as much with him now. So he's more active on his own, like doing stuff on his own now. He doesn't really want anybody around him now. So he uses all his toys and watches his shows now. So when I usually sit with him now, he'll like push me away, like wants me to leave. So I'll, like,
what is he like? What is he now? Let me guess, like 10?
Nah, he's 3.
Oh, he's 3.
Yeah, he's 3 years old. Yeah.
Yo, he's 3 and he doesn't want anything to do with you now.
Nah. I think he's mad because I cut my hair. Cause he used to like pulling on my hair and stuff. He doesn't see it anymore, so he'll like slap my cap off my head. So I don't wear hats anymore around him either, because he'll like take them and he'll put them on. He'll run with it. And he'll cry if I try to take it from him. So I just let him keep it, until he falls asleep, and take it back.
Fun. That's like, wow, man. I would have never guessed, just from hanging out in your streams and chatting the few times that we have, that you were so like, giving back so much to the youth. That's so great.
Yeah, I like I said, I love kids. I love kids, so I'll do anything for them to make them happy.
You want kids of your own?
If I have it. One day, yeah, but it's not a rush for me. I thought about it a few times, but I was like, if it happens, then it'll happen on its own time.
Sure.
And I said, if I don't have any kids of my own, I would love to adopt kids.
Oh yeah?
Like I would, yeah. I actually thought about that a few times, actually doing that.
Wow, that's so cool.
Because those are kids that's less fortunate, so they the ones that don't really have anything. So now you have your own kid, they basically born into whatever you have. Those kids that's out there in those places, they don't really have anything to like say they can have as they own, So they basically own their own already as a kid. So it's like you get them something that yeah.
That
one day I'll probably do that one day.
You'll probably adopt some kids one day. That's literally, I think, the most selfless thing that a person can do is adopt kids.
Yeah.
Like, the most selfless.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Dude, I'm inspired by talking to you. Now I want to go I don't know. Honestly, you know what I really want to do? I want to put something in my front yard that just has a box of toys that says take one or something.
Yeah.
All the youth in my neighborhood.
They'll actually love that. Their parents will love that too, because they ain't got to spend money. So.
Yeah, everyone loves free, especially parents.
Everybody loves free stuff, especially for their kids.
I love it. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely inspired right now. I really appreciate you sharing that story.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
I sometimes talk about that on my stream too with people sometimes.
Oh, do you? I love it. So my pay it forward situation was actually the opposite. So it wasn't with kids, it was with the elderly. If you got a sec to stick around, I'll share the story with you. So
yeah.
I just bought a house, right? Probably about a month ago. Mm-hmm. And I moved all in, and there's one house right next to mine that I kind of thought that they might have been hoarders. They literally had trash piled up as high as the eye could see in this one part of their yard. And it was to the point where everyone that walks by was getting distracted by it, right? Every time I see people walking by, they're making comments, they're looking over there. It's just a gross, major concern for the neighborhood, right? And I hadn't seen these people since I've been here, like, at all. And so yesterday, I finally see this old lady outside, right? And I walk over there. First of all, I hit her with a howdy, neighbor, like from across the street. You know, you got.
Oh yeah.
And so I go over there and I'm like, hey, you know, I wanted to figure out. So first of all, before I did this, I literally thought I was gonna have to like call the city. I was like kind of freaking out about it because I was like, this is a health concern. And like I'm a super clean person. Like I hate trash. So I was a little concerned. I was like, okay, should I call the city? Should I not? I saw her out there. I threw my shoes on and I bolted. I'm like, howdy, neighbor. I was like, are you saving this stuff for something? Like, I didn't know if she was like, you know, saving it, if she had, you know, had
trying to give it away.
Yeah, like I didn't know what was going on. And she said, no, to be honest, I just don't have the strength to come out here and throw it all away because I noticed she wasn't even taking her trash out on trash day. So I was like, so if I helped you clean this up, would that help you out? Like, would you love that? And she was like, I would love that. And so little did I know that this was going to take me like an hour and a half just to make a dent in this pile of trash. But I swear to you, I went over there yesterday. I put gloves on, like the mom rubber gloves. The
mom gloves that come all the way down, almost the elbows.
All the way up. I put my junk clothes on. I put my junk shoes on. And the other funny detail is the lady, all of the boxes had her address and name on it, and she wanted them all scraped off. That was a detail. She was like, I just don't have the strength to scrape my address off them because she's old. Like they were freaked out about that back in the day, you know? So I was like, you know what? Pay it forward to this nice lady. I'm gonna pay it forward to our block. I spent about an hour and a half over there yesterday breaking down all the boxes, scraping off Darlene's address from all of them. I don't know her name because it was on every box. And so I'm telling you, Flex, if you saw this lady's yard right now, you'd be like, oh damn, I could live there. It looks so good. So
man. Well, that's good you did that for her because they do struggle a lot with like, because they do older people do keep a lot of stuff in their house. Not because they want to keep it, because they don't have the strength to get rid of it.
Right. So, yeah. But it was like one of those situations where like I almost felt better afterward just for like having done it. Like not even necessarily like for me, just the fact that like I was able to like help this lady out and like help her yard be like not so dirty and stop the people judging that walk by every day. You know what I mean? And like, I felt like it was like the littlest thing for me. And I felt like it changed the whole dynamic of like her house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And people probably look at her different now. Like, okay, maybe it was just some stuff she had to get rid of.
Yeah. Basically. Well, that's the thing. You know, I've been here for a month. Imagine how many people have been here for years and have just been like, oh, what is this? This lady's just a bum. Like, this lady's a hoarder, whatever. Like, I mean, there's hundreds I live in a pretty busy neighborhood. There's hundreds of people that walk by every day. So I don't know. It was really cool to just like kind of flip that dynamic. And even I saw people walking by today. They're like, someone clean that up. I'm like,
yeah, it was like, whoa, where did all that stuff go? So fast. Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, I don't know. I wanted it to echo into the show today because I'm like, we've all done something that, you know, definitely makes the world better for other people. And I was like, how do we just put that on a pedestal right now? That's kind of the premise of why.
Especially if they can help out a community, because now the part of the community looks at everything different now with her too.
Yeah,
and with you, if they know you've done that, they probably like, oh, he's a great person for doing that, helping her out. So.
Well, dude, and with you, you know, helping out the kids in your neighborhood, it's like those kids are going to remember that. You know what I mean? There's going to be at least one of those kids, I guarantee you, is probably going to do the same thing for some kids in his neighborhood or his or her neighborhood. Just
I hope they are. They probably are. They probably are somewhere.
When we pay it forward, it kind of has like a ripple effect, and I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. If it doesn't affect all, it affects some.
Yeah, definitely. Lex, I'm inspired from talking to you today. I seriously appreciate
I appreciate it. Of course, I appreciate the show, so I appreciate conversation and the opportunity to share with everybody here. You have a great show, so I tuned into it a lot, so I like it.
Dude, that means the world. I didn't know you've ever even been here, so it's so good to hear.
Yeah, I've been in here a few times and watched.
You be sliding in, sneaking in.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Well, super glad to have you, and thanks so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, you're welcome.
You rock, brother.
What's up, everybody?
Much love, much love. Hey, I just looked, Brianna. I hear you. Thank you to everyone who is hanging out. Any new friends, hi and welcome. This is Choff FM. Every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we do this show. This is like a radio show on stream. We talk about all kinds of great stuff, and it's always something different. So if you ever got any topic ideas, if you ever got anything where you have a situation happen, like kind of like my situation yesterday, I was like, we got to talk about that on the show. If you ever think of something, feel free to shoot me some ideas. Flex, I appreciate the love, and seriously, I'm inspired, Flex. Like, I did not expect, I figured we were going to have a cool story. I did not expect it was going to be, like, helping out the youth like that. Like, that's so good, and that's honestly something that, like, I'm an only child, and I don't have a lot of family, and I hate to use that as an excuse, but, like, I feel like I don't get a lot of opportunity to impact the youth with where I'm at right now. So you know what? Honestly, after talking to you, I want to go, like, outside the box and, like, try to do something special for some youth, you know, to maybe brighten up their worlds a little bit.
Of COVID, like before COVID, I was a full-time youth boxing coach, and I was a nanny. I bartended. I was never home. I was always work. And when COVID hit, I was starting to teach the kids virtually online, but then I broke my leg. So then I couldn't do that. So then I started going in the cannabis industry because I was in California. Started just work. But yeah, I just, like, I've always worked with the kids, and it's just, I was working so much. So I downloaded POF to date because I'm not a fan of Tinder.
Sure.
Not a fan of it. So I was like, oh, this is cool.
Dirty over there.
I'm like, nope. So I was like, oh my God, it's like streaming. I've always like had like this, like, even since I was younger, I've always wanted to be like a Twitch streamer and play video games and stuff. So I was like, oh my, like, I can incorporate it. And then I kind of just forgot about the dating. And then I actually ended up dating somebody that's on the app, which I'm not going to say who. But didn't work out, you know. So after it didn't work out, I got into a bad car accident. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I switched over to Meet Me. And I was like, why not start my boxing classes on there? And I can still coach when I go, like, in real life too. It'd be awesome. Instead of like, I was like, I don't want to be on POF. I met him on POF. I was like, eh. So I switched over, and even on POF, I had like the game plan to start a boxing class. So I just switched over and made it happen.
Yeah.
Heartbreak, and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna make moves.
I love it though. So you came onto it with the intention of doing a show.
Yeah, that was since day one. I had people that have supported my boxing movement, which I'm really thankful for, that are still there. You know, so it's it started a little differently than it did. I kind of had, instead of like having a show, I would have guest streamers like Vanessa Vane, some other people, which was pretty cool. But then once I pitched it to Chris, and then he like showed like how like, the shows go and everything, and I was like, this is awesome, it's perfect. So yeah. I have like a whole month planned out. Every month I'm going to switch it up, doing different techniques, different like kickboxing. I'm going to eventually put in there, all that jazz. So it's super cool.
Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. I'm a similar. So I came on the show, or came on the app rather, basically to extend my radio show, to kind of do what I'm doing now. So it's cool. I mean, obviously we all come to it for different reasons, and I think we all end up staying for like, even different reasons than we came onto the app for. But it's really cool to meet someone who also came on, with the purpose of creating content. I love that.
Exactly, yeah. And like what made me even more drawn to it is like kind of like Flex says, like I'm like Miami, I lived in Cali for 2 years. I just came back, but I love that I can make friends that I don't have to, like a lot of my friends I had here, like, oh, you're coming out to party? Like there's a club tonight. And I'm like, nope. I haven't seen a lot of people that I hung out with every day. I'm just like, nope. I rather honestly hang out with my friends on here that support my boxing movement, support me as a friend. Like we talk off the app, on the app. And I'm not online. We're on Snapchat, like it's awesome. So like I don't drink as much, I'm focused. I'm like, plus when I'm coaching, it's like I'm my best self. Like, cause I don't coach the kids right now. So I'm like, I stay motivated and help other people stay motivated. So it's awesome.
Yeah, and it definitely, as things get stripped away with the pandemic and everything, like, for me, it was like nightclubs. Like, I couldn't DJ in nightclubs anymore. So it's like, okay, let's DJ here. For you, boxing class.
I love it.
Gyms are closed. You can still do it on the app. So yeah, I love that. This is like the glue for a lot of people in terms of keeping close to their passions, despite whatever's going on and whatever's being stripped away in the real world. So I love that. And in a weird way, all this kind of ties together in with the topic that we're chatting about today, which is the importance of paying it forward.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to?
Tell me everything, please.
I thought about it really hard because I feel like when you say pay it forward, it's like doing something out of the kindness, and in the long term, you're going to get a reward out of it. So I paid something twice forward that has ended up being a career for me. So back when I was younger, like in high school, I used to do competitive soccer and everything. And my little brother was 10 years younger than me. And his soccer coach was like a private, it was like for like elementary kids and younger, like preschoolers. The soccer coach was a firefighter and like one of the dads for the sons that played. And what's it called? And he was always just missing work. He was always missing the coaching. So I just kept stepping in, like whenever he wasn't there, and they would always ask me. I'm like, of course. So they ended up he ended up being like, hey, I would love it if you take my position. And I was like, I'm honored, of course. Like, if you need me to, I would love to. My brother's on the team. I love soccer. Like, why not? So I ended up being the head coach for the soccer team. And then that was in Chicago. And in Miami, I was in my bartending thing, got into boxing. When I moved to Cali, my sponsorships paid for all my fights. They paid for all my training, all that. So after my fight, I was still training in the gym consistently, and they were like, the head coach was like a high school guy for the kids. So he was helping the gym out. And one day I saw that he needed help and they asked me to. So I was like, I got you. I love kids. I've coached kids before and I know how to box. So watch this. I was like, I made it fun. And I kid you not, I had families bring their cousins in. My class expanded. They promoted me to head coach. And I just started working full time with kids again. So it's like I did it 2 things twice in my life that involved kids and helping out. And it turned into something that's honestly a passion for me. Like, I love kids. Like, I'm like a grown adult, but I'm a kid.
I can totally relate there. I feel you.
Yeah.
No, that's so cool. Isn't that funny, though? How, when you were initially just stepping up to the plate, you had no idea that any of this was going to happen.
I didn't. I was like, sure, I got you. And now it's literally like something I'm passionate about. Like, that's like my goal. After getting a little bit more situated in Miami, is I'm gonna make my boxing business cards and start passing them out for even adults. So I said I would only coach kids until meet me, and now I have a fun boxing class, So now I'm like, okay, why not? Now that I'm back, work with adults too, work with kids, working with everybody.
Honestly, you could jump on OnlyFans as a boxing coach.
Really?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
I don't know. Okay. It's weird because I'm a streamer. I like video games. Yeah. I don't know anything about social media. I haven't had a Facebook since I was 18. I've tweeted maybe twice in my life.
Wow.
I just re-downloaded Snapchat when I started streaming, so I didn't even have Snapchat for a while, in and out.
Yeah.
So when I thought of OnlyFans, I thought it was
that's what it is now. But initially, kind of like we were talking about the paid tweets, basically. So there's this new thing Twitter rolled out where it's paid to tweet. So basically, I pay a monthly fee and I get access to Killy's exclusive tweets, right? And that's basically what it is with OnlyFans. Is the platform is pay for exclusive content, and then basically all the scantily clad individuals.
Why not the number one girl on, which is so crazy, on fans only, OnlyFans, whatever. I always mix it up. She's the top girl, and she just acts like a dog. She fully clothed, just acts like a dog.
Really?
really? She makes like $1 million a month acting like a dog. I was like, what?
We're doing something wrong here. Why can't we just do that?
You know, I feel like there's like, it's like, who thought of it first, but also like, I don't know, you know, like there's some things that like I'll do and there's some things that I just don't see myself ever doing, and I don't care how like the money would benefit. I just like, I don't see myself doing it. I don't want to act like a dog.
No,
money nice, but I don't want to be like, eh.
Well, you can do boxing classes on there and charge money.
That's true. That's true.
There you go.
One step at a time. I can't take all this social media. I'm already like coming up with so many different plans for Meet Me and different like content. I have different people from the like outside world. I'm bringing them in to Meet Me. I'm going around helping friends come up with content. So I'm just like I'm good with Meet Me. Maybe an Instagram. I'm safe. I'm good. For now, at least. For now. Like,
I so love that. So with being so involved in boxing and coaching and everything, I mean, I assume you're pretty into like training and stuff too, right? Because you got to be like properly trained to box, I think.
I feel like this past almost year has been the most difficult for me with training, and as a streamer that's a coach and a boxer, like it makes me more upset because I know I could be doing more, but I also have been going in and out of a lot of crazy different turns in my life in the past year. I couldn't walk for half of COVID. I still can't run long distance. I can feel it in my leg. I don't have health insurance. So I'm like, I don't know what's wrong, but I don't want to find out. So I'm going to start training again in like this month. I'm going to start again because that was my goal. I wanted to get situated. I've only been back in Miami for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm super excited to actually be here and train because a lot of my coaches in San Francisco were very flaky. One of them would secretly have to train me because his fiance didn't like it.
Really?
I'm like, that's your job! Like, you're going to marry her?
That's so weird. Yeah, what?
Like, so are we meeting up today or not? Because I really need to know because I can hit up my other coach, or at least, like, not always be last minute. So it's been a crazy year. It's just been a crazy year. So I've been in and out of training, but that's what I also love about my boxing class, because even if when I'm showing and teaching you guys, it's like I'm still burning it in my brain, you know? So, yeah, I'm not sparring, but literally my first fight, I only trained 3 months ever my whole life, and I got TKO in my first fight ever, beginning of second round. So it's literally like the last 3 months. Yeah, I went beast mode. I lost a lot of friends. I lived at the gym. It was pretty.
I kind of love that though.
Yeah.
I also just think it's so crazy. I want to circle back on this. Just how you're paying it forward, and your selflessness in that moment led to where you are today. And I think a lot of ways, I can kind of relate to that as to, how I am where I am with, radio and DJing and everything, is because there's so many times that I was asked to step up to the plate with no pay, no, compensation whatsoever. But it's like, it's those moments where we step up and we are selfless about it, that, when they need someone and there is a budget, you're the first person they go to, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think a lot of people don't see that, and it's sad.
It's like, I feel like when you say pay it forward, I love that, because it's like the same, I was thinking, it's like the same way I think of like give respect to earn respect. Yeah. A lot of people just like, why don't you respect me? Where's my respect? You have to, like, I'm the type of person, like, I'll go in and I'll give somebody respect before they give me respect, just to see what type of person they are. Like, I'll pay it forward. I'll give you my all and see what, like what you're about, and I'll just be like, okay, cool. I have no expectations, but it's just, I feel like if more people were selfless, like, it's crazy because being back in Miami, I've noticed how people are so much different than the West Coast. There's a lot of people here. They won't hold doors open for you. They're just like verbally not polite. Like, some people are, but not a lot. And then, like, in California, everyone's just like, oh, I appreciate you. Like, thank you. This and that. Like, it's so completely different,
Yeah, no, it is interesting, too, how that can kind of be different based on proximity, too, I'm in Detroit here, and I feel like here it's like everyone understands that we're in this together for the most part. Like that energy is very much like very alive in this city, at least, you know, at large, you know what I mean? Obviously there's always going to be outliers.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to hear that.
Yeah.
But I love how that all came full circle for you. That's so cool.
Life is good, you know. You just gotta take it day by day. Honestly, watching your shows has helped me, like, not even on this app, but in real life. Like, just like taking like small notes from your talk shows definitely helped me out. Just like relax, but still be crazy, but relax.
And in the moment, you know what I mean? Taking moments in the moment to reset and to analyze and to, you know, not get, you know, my big thing is too, you ever get like angry about something and you feel like your adrenaline pulse through your veins? If that happens, you need to stop immediately. Stop. And unless it's like a fight or flight.
You're like, for real?
You know what I mean? Like, unless it's like
for sure.
Unless it's
I've definitely gotten better at that. I've gotten better at that. I'm more, instead of reacting like how I used to, I'm more like, it's not worth my time. It's just not. I don't have it in me to engage anymore. I'm just like, okay, bye. You know, like.
I love that. So when is your show if we want to check it out?
So my future boxing show will be Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. When my banner is done, I'm going to start the class fresh. So right now we're just going over different topics, but every Monday is basically going to be like the beginners class. Every class I'm going to break everything down, but we're going to pick it up every day. So Mondays, like, okay, we go over all of our 6 punches. There's more than that, but just for now, we're just going to learn 6. And then I pick a topic. Like today we did like jab and moving, like pivoting while jabbing, and then also just pivoting in general. So I told them like my grid system and all that jazz to like help them practice their footwork. So it's just breaking it down. Wednesdays we pick it up. Fridays it's like we sweat. So every day we kind of pick it up a little bit more.
I'm gonna need to hang out in your stream because I don't know if you noticed, I'm a twig. And ever since like the pandemic hit, I totally just stopped exercising at all. And all I've been thinking about lately is that I want to do some kind of like, whether it's martial arts or boxing or some kind of like self-defense thing, because I definitely think it would behoove me to learn. So I'm definitely going to start hanging out in your streams and maybe.
Yeah. You should also check out my girl, Christy. She just got her banner up. She has a fitness class as well. And she's super dope. We're actually, she's got her show going on right now outside of the app, and we're talking about collaborating and doing like a boxing like fitness thing together. So stay tuned.
Oh my God, I love it. That's so exciting.
I know, I'm super excited. But you should definitely check her out too, because the thing about boxing is it's a lot of cardio. Like it's like even when I break things down, we're basically light jogging with our arms. I sweat a little bit. Every day that the boxing class, I sweat a little bit more because we pick it up. Exactly. Yeah. So you just have to make sure that you're getting in like your calories and your protein, or you will start to shed too much weight if you're like doing too much cardio. That's the thing about boxing. Like I drop weight so quickly when I'm fully like active, and I fight middleweight right now. So.
Okay. Do you give tips about that in your shows too?
No, I'm not really nutritious. I'm like while I'm training, I just eat lots of eggs. Lots of eggs. Right. I live with 3 guys in San Francisco. They were like, you eat lots of eggs.
Eggs are good.
Oh no, they're just boiled eggs.
I love it. Kelly, this like could not have worked out better. I'm so happy that you were able to come on today, and I'm so happy this topic resonated so well with you.
I know, it was a great topic. Thank you for having me. That was awesome.
Thank you for being here. Cannot wait to check out your show, and hopefully, you know, we'll be able to do something about these twig arms on it.
Yeah. Maybe you can come guest one time, you know? Get in my box, can make sure you start.
I would love to.
Yeah, let's do it. I need to get more guys on board. I have so many girls on board, but I need to get more guys on board.
I'll come through, but it might turn into a comedy show because everyone's going to be laughing at me.
Hey, I laugh at myself like 24/7. So they're not laughing at you. We'll be laughing together, okay? You're safe. You're safe.
Kelly, you're amazing. Thank you for popping in.
Thank you. All right, later, guys. Well, I'll be here.
Happy Monday, friends. Who's still hanging out? Put a smiley face in the chat if you made it all the way here on Choff FM, which we do every week, Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, I see you. I see you hiding in the background. I appreciate you. Real quick, before we get out of here, I want to go over my IG reads. So, at Meet Choff, MEETCHOFF on Instagram. I always throw up a little poll for you to answer some question or answer a response to the topic. Today we got some good ones actually. So shout out to Shiza. She said she gives compliments to random strangers when she's out and about. That's the way she pays it forward. The topic is how you pay it forward. Kudos to you, Shiza. I try to do that too. JC said she brought cookies to her new neighbors. Ooh, I love cookies, but if one of my new neighbors brought them to me, would I be skeptical? No, I'd eat them. I was going to say I'd be skeptical. I lied. I would totally eat them. Shout out to Rebecca. She said she gave her some old lady a sweater in line at the grocery store because they're waiting in one of those outdoor lines. Ooh, Rebecca, that's so nice. Old lady was cold waiting outside the grocery store. Kudos to you. Joe says he got, oh, this is a funny one. I forgot about this. Joe got stuck. Yeah, anyone ever been in one of those pay it forward lines where it's like, hey, the car in front of you paid for yours. Do you want to pay for the car behind you? Joe did this. He had a $4 coffee, got stuck with a $45 bill at Starbucks. I mean, hey, no one said paying it forward always works for you, okay? Sometimes it's totally just about the other people, and it might suck for you, but you know what? It's good. It makes an impact on other people, and he kept that train going, so, you know, that energy was still alive there. So shouts out. Shout out to Killy. Shout out to Flex. Shout out to Lonnie for just absolutely blowing up my stream today. I appreciate you. My compliment is that sweater dope because I believe in you. Hey, thank you. We should have played the compliment game while you were in here, Killy. It's okay. We'll play. You know what? We'll do that again. We'll do that on your show sometime. I love it. It's Choff FM every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, yeah. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at HeyChoff for the personal, at MeetChoff for the Meet Me Family Instagram. And I do this show Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern time, but I'm on the radio in Montreal every single weeknight from 7 p.m. to midnight. You can listen online at 947hits.com. You can hit the link in my bio. Also, I'm really excited. The club, I hear some stuff is starting to open up. I might be getting a DJ out in public again soon, hopefully. Also, if Chris Casper's around, tell him we need to do another club quarantine soon. I've been thinking about that. Shout out to you, Corey. Corey, thank you for popping in, my friend. I appreciate you hanging out. Miss Green Eyes, I appreciate the love. Lexi, thanks for the beer. Not drinking tonight, but I'll pass that off to a friend. Happy Monday. Hope you have the best week. I will see you right back here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Monday for another round of Choff FM. I love you. Make it a great week, all right? The decision is up to you. It could be awesome or it could be terrible. But if you handle your business and make it happen, it could be the best week ever. It's Choff FM.